Red skinny jeans.
Red.
It gets worse. Let me cook. A long sleeve shirt, white in the middle, light blue sleeves.
Spider-Man.
Shoes from Rivers, green, outdoor fishing shoes. I'm not joking with you. I wish I had a photo of this and I'm not joking.
How could Donald
My
hype that
mum let me out of the house to go and potentially meet a girl at year 7 social.
Green shoes?
Green shoe. Everything on my body was a different color. Time for the time.
All right, so this is going to be a speed one.
Well, what we can do is we can get through everything we need fast, and then maybe we can leave like an open chat towards the end, and then it's all bonus. Or
Yeah.
And welcome to
Welcome back.
Freedom Club.
Welcome back to Freedom Fridays. Will, Austin, Josh, we're your hosts for today.
Oh my God, you guys are terrible at intro. Look, this is the reason why I lead the intros on these episodes.
Dude, that was perfect.
No, but you just stopped. You froze.
The people love
The people, it gets the people going. Welcome back, everybody. Freedom Fridays. Happy Friday. Or whenever you're watching this. Hopefully you're having an amazing day.
Yes.
Blessed day. And if you don't know us, we're Austin, Josh, and Will.
Josh said that.
And we are the...
Already done.
I know I'm doing it because it was so bad. We're the 3 co-founders of
control
Australia's fastest growing e-commerce education community. Freedom Club.
Yes.
Freedom Club. And we're here on Freedom Fridays. Let's talk. Just have a
Chat.
chat. Get to know us. See what's going on. What's happening behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Talk about some student wins. Bit of this, bit of that.
Yeah.
And we're going to jump straight in because time is of the essence. Random question of the day. Or Will hijacked me last week. And he said, highlight of the week. You kind of flipped it on its head.
Yeah, flip that.
I like that. He manipulated it.
You did. I
He
remember.
manipulated it. So what are we thinking? Random question of the day. I want to give you something saucy. Okay. I want to give you something saucy.
Let's have it.
Okay. What's a fashion choice you made in the past that should have been illegal?
I got this one straight off the bat. I went through a stage where I would dress in black skinny jeans and I had an emo cut. Now, if you don't know what that is, I had it like a number 3 at the back and then just long down and over my face.
Do you think just for the camera you could reenact it with your hair right now?
No. No, I could, but then I would sit here like a goofball for the rest of the...
Nice.
Maybe at the end.
You
But
already
that
said
was
like a-
shocking. I reckon I could potentially find a photo. If I can, I'll put it in here. If I can't, sorry.
Oh, conveniently couldn't find one. How convenient.
Horrendous. And I would always be doing this. Will, you would remember.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
There you
But
go.
Justin Bieber look kind of like the slick across the
Yeah,
face.
and I would spike it up at the back with hair wax.
I did the fringe, not the spike up at the back. So I'm a bit younger than you boys. So I think I slightly missed that.
Thank you.
I just did the beebs, just across the fringe,
Okay.
Oh, that's what I thought you were referring to.
across the face, like that.
Yeah, I did
No,
that
but he
one.
spiked up the back as well.
Yeah.
Did a combo.
My back was this long and my front was all the way down here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Okay,
This, that.
we'll take that. That's a fashion choice. Bad haircuts. We've all had them though.
What about you?
Everyone has a bad haircut.
Yesterday was pretty bad for you.
What?
I'm joking.
Okay, that was
Wait,
unexpected.
what did you wear yesterday?
No.
No. Okay, the pinnacle.
Your outfit right now, hideous.
The pinnacle of my fashion in my life, I'll never be able to beat it. Year 7, dance. It's not formal, like prom, social is what we called it in Australia. In Adelaide, sorry, you guys are from Australia. And I rocked up, and you know when your mum hypes you up about clothing decisions? She's like, you look great, sweetie. And I was like, Mum, I feel great. Thank you. I saw the photos later. Brother.
Oh, no.
Red skinny jeans.
Red.
It gets worse. Let me cook. A long sleeve shirt, white in the middle, light blue sleeves.
Spider-Man.
Shoes from Rivers, green, outdoor fishing shoes. I'm not joking with you. I wish I had a photo of this and I'm not joking.
How could Donald
My
hype that
mum let me out of the house to go and potentially meet a girl at year 7 social.
Green shoes?
Green shoe. Everything on my body was a different color.
Do you have a photo?
Dude,
No.
no one's going to be able to beat that.
It's probably my mum's probably got some photos.
Yeah, because maybe that can plop on the...
Yeah, let's pop that on.
Oh, footage corrupted.
What about you, Will? You've always been quite stylish.
Oh,
I mean, my sisters always did help me. I feel when I was younger with like the whole styling thing. But one thing came to mind. I used to wear these hats. My mum told me to wear them, said they were cool. Same thing. God, mum. And they were like, it's like a fedora looking thing, but it was like a charcoal color with like pinstripes. I was kind of looking like an Italian mob boss. I am a quarter Italian, but I'm not a mob boss, and it didn't look cool. Do you know the hat I'm talking about?
I know. There's some photos around grandma's house.
Yeah. Me and Josh are cousins, if you didn't know, so we've got the same grandma. But if we can find that photo, maybe we can as well. But
okay.
That's all I can think of.
There you go. There you go. Okay, so we've all made questionable fashion decisions in our life. But now we're over to crazy comments. I'm sure I'd like to think this is people's favorite segment of Freedom Fridays. We riff about some of the crazy comments we get on our content.
Yeah.
Now, we've talked about some funny ones. We've talked about some ones that were hit a bit close to home and have stuck with us for a little while. Are there any comments you boys have got that are hitting you?
Well, I've got an idea. What if we all kind of like, I mean, I guess one of us can do it, but you picture someone who said like a scam comment or a pyramid scheme comment or a Diddy comment, and then you have to like super Diddy. I still don't even really get it, but then you have to like address them. You have to say something really kind to them to try and, I guess, what would you say to that person? Honestly, like without being like passive aggressive or whatever, what would you say to one of these people?
All right, so hit me with the scam comment. You're that person, and I'll respond to you.
Okay.
I'm just living my life, doing my thing.
It's a scam. This is a pyramid scheme.
You're an asshole.
If you made all this
scammer,
money,
douche.
If you made all this money, you wouldn't be advertising a course.
Okay, for sure. All right. Well, the scam part is the ad is giving you something for free. So if you don't want to pay, you don't have to. We're giving you away free information, free education. Obviously, we have coaching after that, but it's completely your choice if you want to do that. First, you get to try it for free. So that just eradicates the whole scam comment. In my mind.
We kind of had to do that, don't you think? Just sidebar. Like everyone in the space pushes something, paid, join this, DM me this, paid 5K, 10K, whatever it is, and get started.
Yeah.
They're kind of hesitant to lead with free stuff.
Of course, it's a bold thing we've done.
Too good to be true. It's that whole too good to be true.
I get that a lot. But keep going, Josh. And the pyramid scheme, like if you made all this money.
Okay, we make no money off the students once they're in there. We teach them how to do something like a university, and then they make their money. We have no ownership over their stores. Yeah. So that would make it a pyramid scheme. If we were making money off everyone and the people below them and like multi-level marketing, it's not that at all. We simply teach people how they can build their own business.
And even on that as well, I think one of our superpowers as Aussies and just guys that want to be honest in our marketing is that a lot of people will give away, this is some source that I don't think many people know. They will give away Shopify education, e-commerce, whatever. And then they'll say, you know what, just use my link. It supports me. And no one really knows what that does. They're like, oh, it's an affiliate program. They must get paid from that. We're openly upfront with the fact that if you join our free challenge, it's free. You don't put credit card details in and you use our Shopify link, then we get paid by Shopify. And that's how we justify it because we build e-commerce.
If they're successful.
And then the next stage as well, okay, you come to our free 30-day challenge, our first sale challenge. And then you have the option down the track, if you would like additional support to scale, then we do have a paid service. Obviously, everything we do isn't just out of the kindness of our heart. We do want to help people. But then if you decide, your decision, it's not forced, that you want to further your education and like, take us on to help you scale, then we offer that. And and the thing is the insane value you get from the 30-day challenge. That's what what I would say to these people is like, first of all, like who hurt you? Like who hurt you to want to hurt us? You know,
I think I know who.
Yeah. But it's like before commenting, just literally click the link, see for yourself and see what we offer. Because what we give for free, the challenge, it's literally insane. People would charge thousands for it, but we want to do it because we want to give people the opportunity to experience, like when we all got our first online Shopify sale, the feeling is just incredible. And we want you to feel that and get as excited as us. And then, like I said, if you then want to scale, then we would be more than happy to help you do that. So
did you have the sound on your phone when you got your first sale? Did you hear it actually cha-ching? Because I didn't. It was on silent. And so I saw the notification. I didn't hear it.
Okay, well, here's a quick story. So I got into online business as a whole, even before I got into e-commerce, dropshipping specifically. So I was in the fitness industry as a personal trainer. I think you might remember this story, Joshy. And so basically I was working with influencers. I was putting them through a transformation and then we were selling that program and I was the certified personal trainer backing it. And one influencer I worked with, it just went absolutely crazy. And we were on a family holiday with Josh as well, on this big treehouse Airbnb. And I just remember we launched on Shopify and the notifications just went crazy. I think he did a story or a post and it was like, cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. It was nuts. And like the feeling, I remember all the family was surrounding me like, oh my God.
And then everyone was like, bro, turn it off. After it was going,
annoying?
Oh, it just kept going for like
I had to
hours.
turn
And
it
everyone's
off.
like, all right, that's enough now. We're proud of you. Great. But, like,
just stop.
But it's interesting. It's a little bit. It's kind of different to you guys because I got a taste of like how the online business made me feel before I got into e-com drop shipping. You know, so I guess my story is a little bit different. But yeah, I do remember it really well. I remember where I was sitting. I remember my uncle Reno, my dad was there. I remember Josh was around. Yeah, it was really really cool.
Yeah. The cha-ching, it's such a good noise. Such a good noise. And then it happened to me as well. I think you start by hearing it, you get excited, then you reach the point when you stick with it where it gets annoying.
Yeah.
When you've reached that point, you know you're onto something. The sound
Solid.
that you idolized wanting to hear, now you're like, bro, I've heard this so many times, it's actually annoying me.
But bro, he to this day, Josh has been making money, from e-com for a long time, and he still has the cha-ching sounds on, so it doesn't annoy him.
He keeps the alerts on. He's never on D&D. His phone's on full volume, and his laptop. You know that WhatsApp noise?
Yeah.
Like I'm sitting there, and I'm like, brother, put
Every
it on
Instagram
silent.
DM, every Instagram DM. Have you turned your DMs off yet?
yeah, Instagram is off.
Okay.
Look, admittedly, Shopify is still on.
He's lying. You're lying straight to the people. Your Instagram notifications are still on. If you pull out your phone right now, I'll see Instagram.
Sorry.
Certain ones, I don't know, but not all of them.
certain
But
ones.
just
If
quickly.
they're messages from people.
Okay, well, mate, well done.
Fair enough.
I was gonna say, Austin. I don't think you've ever told me. I don't know about Josh, but when you got your first Shopify sale, I genuinely don't know the story. Do you remember your first cha-ching? Because I know you've got a screenshot. I know that.
No, not the first one.
Okay.
The first one, I launched it not with Facebook ads. I launched it with Twitter ad spots.
Okay.
And it was a jewelry brand with a free plus shipping offer, $6.95. It was called Apollo Apparel. I somehow found the Instagram and I took a screenshot from back in the day.
Yeah.
I launched it for any of people from Adelaide in the hub, which is Adelaide Uni downstairs at one of those tables in the hub. I was building it, launching it for the first time there, and I got 6 sales on that. I was unprofitable, I lost money. But those are my first ever Shopify sales.
Okay.
And I was refreshing the thing on my computer, not on my phone. Those were my first ever sales. Then I did screenshot when I got back into it a few years later and had my first, but it was a good feeling.
Mine was in Bali. I sold a cat brush.
Cat brush.
So you are a
Did you
big
know
cat
that?
guy. No, I actually didn't know
Cat
that.
guy.
no.
He's a
I
big
don't
cat
like
guy.
cats,
There we go.
but I will make money off.
Yeah.
Just quickly as well. I just remembered. When all the cha-chings were happening at the treehouse, that was when I got the most, like early on. But I actually remember the first sale. And this is going a little bit vulnerable, but I was with my ex-girlfriend at the time. I was living with her in Mermaid Beach on the Gold Coast. And I actually remember it was one of the happiest moments of my life because it was the first time that I'd actually made money for myself as well. And like running, because it's not just online business, it's even just running your own business is just incredible. I remember all the money was coming in. I had a shower. I was screaming in the shower, and then I think I started crying. I know I've mentioned crying twice now. I'm in the other episode.
Emotional guy.
Yeah, no, I actually remember the emotion. Whether for a man or a woman, I think that just making something for yourself and realizing that your hard work paid off. It's just, oh my God, the feeling is just absolutely incredible.
I love it. Well, let's finish up here and talk about Student of the Week.
Okay.
So I'm going to give a special shout out
I think
to
I know who you're
someone
gonna say.
that you've talked about as well.
Yeah.
And talked to actually on a student success interview in person. Jacques and Tash.
Oh, I love them so
Jacques and
much.
Tash, the tag
guys are the
team,
best.
the iconic duo. They've been in the community. They've been chipping away. They're actually super engaged because we see students who engage and not just like get results for themselves, but are commenting, liking, rocking up to the events, all those things. Jacques and Tash, shout out. So you guys, they put up a post recently, 10K profit in 30 days. And they're in Inner Circle, so I see their numbers now and how they're tracking. And they're on trend to hit blue very soon. So shout out to Jacques and Tash. They talked about how much it means to them, which I think is the beautiful thing about student results.
Yeah.
It's not just, cool, we made some money, happy days. No, it's like what it means. It means you spend more time with family. You can maybe work a few less hours. So that was a beautiful Student of the Week highlight. Jacques and Tash, Shout out to you both. Shout out
guys.
to
Well
you.
done.
Yeah,
Keep going.
I just want to be really quick with this. I just wanted to say, like, they're the most beautiful couple ever. I had the privilege and the honor to interview them, like you mentioned, and just that story. Like, it's online, so I can say bits and pieces. But to give you a bit of a background in case you haven't seen the episode, it's called Success Stories on our YouTube channel. But Jacques, I remember he was saying that sometimes he would sleep in his car. He would work so late and then have to start early, so he'd sleep in his car and wouldn't even get to go home. Like he's such a good man, hardworking, and like his life was tough, you know. And I could feel it as he was telling it to me. And he was like the things he went through for his wife and his kids. And it's just like, oh, I just felt so inspired. And now to know that they're doing so well and like they just really deserve it. And it's just. Honestly, it's what it's all about. It really is. I'm sure it's giving you guys the same reaction, but this is why we do what we do. It's not just for us to make money or to, you know, I don't know what other reasons, but it's like it's genuinely the feeling of what we're teaching is making such a big difference in people's lives. And when you experience that firsthand, it all makes sense. Yeah. Anyway,
We've got to give a special shout out to Tash as well in that, because I know while Jacques doing some parts of the business, Tash has been so involved and she rocks up to the calls. And it says Jacques and Tash, so I think they're always there. But then sometimes it's like, just Tash today.
Well, what happened was, so Jacques actually convinced Tash to sort of get into it, and then Tash just took over, and then Jacques was kind of like the rock. They have a perfect dynamic in a relationship, you know? Like Tash, when she has the moments of sort of giving up, like we all do, Jacques will remind her, no, you can do this, you can do this. And like the support they have for each other and like that compatibility as like a couple and as a partnership is incredible. So yeah, of course, Tash is, I mean, Jacques is the rock, but Tash literally puts in the unbelievable hours to grow this while, yeah.
Well, let's wrap. We've got 1 minute left.
Okay. Sorry, doing a bit of talking.
Ecom source. Yeah, Will loves to talk, doesn't he? I saw you glance at your watch, bro. Don't glance at your watch. We got this.
Okay,
we got this.
I glanced.
Ecom SaaS. Ecom SaaS. Life source. Something you've been learning about that you feel like you want to share with the people. 30 seconds, blitz it, wrap up. What are you thinking? What comes to mind?
What do you got?
I'm just thinking ecom source that I've learned this week.
Or life source or anything.
Okay.
What's top of mind?
I mean, do you guys have one ready to go? I got to think.
Oh, my top, source is having coffee on an empty stomach and not eating until 1 p.m. I've been doing that for a while, but like I've upped the amount of caffeine I have in the morning and I'm just locked in. Like, yes, I'm a bit anxious, a bit like all over the shop sometimes and stressing, but just the amount of work output with more caffeine.
I've got a little ecom one. It might seem counterintuitive with what we teach, but hear me out. I think what's important as well when you're following a course, remember we all have our own intelligence, our natural ability, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so what I'm saying is when you're following a course, specifically ours, don't forget that you have your own intelligence and creativity. So if you want to try something that we didn't 100% teach during the process, try it. Stick to the course, stick to the program, but at the same time, remember you're your own individual and you might come up with something that maybe we haven't thought of. So just remember to harness that. And the reason I say that is a lot of the students I've interviewed, they've had little things that they did different, and it's really come together nicely with what we teach. So I thought that was some nice advice.
My bit of advice would be, I think the quickest way to learn is to actually do something. Like so many people spend hours and hours researching. They try and find the whole path before they even take one step. I think if you want to learn something, just start doing it. If you want to get into a career, volunteer, go do some work experience. Whatever you want to do, the best thing you can do is just start. And that is how you learn, and that is how you achieve and make something happen. So that would be my source.
Just start.
Learn through action.
Just start.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Yeah.
Well, that's Freedom Fridays. Another episode in the books. We hope you've enjoyed being here with us.
Yes.
Will,
Amazing.
jingle to finish us off.
Freedom Club, the Friday of the Freedom
Thank
Club.
you, everybody. We'll see you all next week.
Shoot a pop. Boom.